Okay, so the reason why Donald Trump is successfully taking over the United States is because no one seems to think that he's capable of being serious, okay? Like his whole political career, even just like the premise of the guy from Home Alone 2 becoming the leader of the free world is just such an interesting novelty that people are drawn into it and don't internalize the threat of what he represents. And I think his latest scheme when it comes to just taking advantage of that power is this Trump 2028 run, right? He's signaling towards it. It's obvious that he wants to do it, and he's even confirmed himself out of his own mouth that that's what he wants to do. So, whether or not you think that's a preposterous thing to say, like that is something that's on the table for us. And say what you want about Donald Trump, but what he wants is manifested into reality, right? He was going to go to jail. Now he's a president again after losing before. So let's kind of dive into this craziness.
Bird, is it a plane? Surprise, it's new limited edition MAGA merch. President Trump has launched a Trump 2028 hat, which boasts it is made in America. A subtle dig, of course, at the president's current trade war with China. He's also launching a Trump 2028 shirt, which says, quote, rewrite the rules.
Okay, so I'm not an idiot. Like, I know that this is specifically designed to trigger people like me, but holy moly, if this isn't the most dystopian thing you've ever seen in your life, yo. The sitting US president is selling t-shirts that says rewrite the rules on it. Holy moly, it's like, yo, what do you mean rewrite the rules? You mean the Constitution? You mean the Constitution? Guess what? You're allowed to rewrite it, but is he even trying to do that? Like, it's obvious he's going to do this with illegality. I don't know. I don't know. I'm beating a dead horse.
The new merch comes weeks after the president told NBC News that he is not joking about the possibility of running for a third term, though that would be prohibited under the Constitution.
Yep.
Despite that, Trump has said, quote, there are methods, unquote, that could make a third Trump term possible.
Okay, so that's impeachable by itself. Okay, that by itself, in my worldview, should get you put in jail. You, as the most powerful person in the world, cannot say, "Oh yeah, it's against the law, but I still have my methods." Like what? You know what I mean? Like what? That's like if a cop came up to me and he was like, "You're under arrest," and I was like, "I'm not under arrest," and then he was like, "What do you mean you're not under arrest?" It's like, "Oh, I have my methods of staying free." Like what? How is that not like a threat against all of us? Like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And obviously again, if Joe Biden did this, if Obama said this stuff, the Democrats would kick him out. It's like why is the bar just perpetually getting lower? It's like we would not stand for anybody else to do this. So why are we letting this grimace looking dude bring that to the forefront? I don't get it.
The item's descriptions do not explicitly state if Trump will actually be pursuing another term. The hat listing says, the future looks bright. Rewrite the rules with the Trump 2028 high crown hat. The new merch has taken social media by storm. The president's son, Eric Trump, posted an Instagram story wearing the hat. And Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene posted on X, nice hat, Eric Trump.
That should get her removed from her seat right there. This man looks like the gypsy from Big brought like Stuart Little into being a man, yo. Holy moly. It's like I've never seen a less good looking family. And look at this smug face, yo. Because the thing is, it's like, deep down inside, the Trump boys, it's probably like Game of Thrones because they're probably going to want to run for president themselves. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they, right? There's a long-standing precedent of that happening in the United States. And just to kind of speculate, like I really don't see a world where the Republicans even put up anybody that's like as charismatic as Trump. So the closest thing they can get is just getting one of his sons, one of his his sniveling sons to run the show, the Republicans have no bottom. Like they'd be down for monarchy. They'd be down for monarchy. No doubt about it.
Other users are slamming Trump. Political commentator Ed Krasenstein writes, Trump wants to be Putin so bad he doesn't plan to leave office? If you can't see that now, you're either blind or you simply don't care.
Based Ed
Amber, I think here we will probably disagree, but I think that maybe there may be a measure of common ground in the idea that I do find the merch essentially trolling. I don't find the joke particularly funny, but I get the idea that it is meant to
What is the troll? He said he has his methods. What's the troll? What's the troll? The troll is that we're sitting here acting like that's not going to be what he tries to do. That's the troll. You know what I mean? Come on. No disrespect to this guy, but it's like, what are you talking about, son?
Flame outrage and to have liberals say the kind of thing that Mr. Krasenstein said there. So that, I mean, I don't get, I suppose, overly in a lather about the selling of the hats. But I do think that Trump is not joking, because that's literally what he said.
Exactly.
About the idea of a third term. It is prohibited under the Constitution.
It is.
But I don't think that he frankly particularly cares about that, and I take him at his word that he is at least looking at that possibility. And the concern, I think, is that he is prone sometimes to making outlandish statements, or purportedly outlandish statements, and his supporters say, oh, he's only kidding, or he's trolling. And
he's testing the waters, you know what I mean? He's like a little kid, just kind of like slowly getting closer to the cookie jar. He just wants to see how far he can go. And if you're him, like, I can't blame him from his perspective. It's like, I really tried to overthrow the government and I didn't even go to jail for it, So what's like, you know what I mean? It's like, why not test the waters of just being like a monarch king? I mean, he's 78, right? Like, he wouldn't even need to like hold on to power for super long. He would just need like maybe 10 years to go out on top, because guess what? The second that he leaves office, the second that anybody with some sense enters the president's office, they're gonna prosecute him for his crimes against the American people. And there are crimes from like the early 2020s that haven't been litigated yet, but beyond that, it's like just in his first 100 days of office, like he's literally broken so many laws, like defy the Supreme Court. Like, if he ever is not in power, like, his days are numbered, and he knows that.
In fact, it's a way of getting previously taboo or outrageous ideas into the sort of bloodstream of political debate, and then often it transpires that he is not, in fact, joking. But what do you think?
I agree with you that it's 100% a troll job. He's obviously messing with the media and the Democrats with this hat. It's also going to make him a ton of money for future campaigns for Republicans. Obviously, any money that he raises through the Trump committees can be used by giving it to the RNC or to other campaigns. Or
also, how is that not illegal? Like, and look, this is a little bit dicey because it is your free speech. But so if you, as the sitting president, release merchandise that openly advocates for breaking the law, and then you sell that at a profit, is that not a crime? Like, you know what I mean? Is that not a crime? I mean, maybe not. Like, maybe not. I don't know if I was the judge, if I would prosecute that as a crime, but the Republicans sure would. And I don't want to like stoop to their level of, oh, well, what about this? Well, what about that? But this situation really makes you say, well, what about this? Well, what about that? I don't know.
Before I let you go, Mick, the Trump administration, rather the official Trump website, has begun selling, get this, merchandise including this T-shirt with the tagline, Trump 2028, change the rules, embroidered on them. Now, what do you make of this? Is the president just being cheeky here? Or is this a signal that he really is serious about going for it and maybe going for a third term?
It's so funny because it's like, this is an Australian outlet and you can tell they're just laughing at us dumb Americans. It's so, and as they should be, because, and it serves us right, because in America we used to watch like North Korean, Russian propaganda and be like, oh, those fools without their free press, like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, those fools and those in those dictator-run countries, it's how could they let it go this far? And it sucks that now it's our turn. It's our turn to be overrun by fascists. And I'm pretty young. It's probably gonna take a while for this to resolve itself, yo. It's like, dang, what a future that's been lost here.
James, I think there's a third option. There's a lot of trolling in this when it comes to Trump.
Yeah, trolling.
Now,
it's
there
not
are
troll.
people
It's
within
not.
his sort of sphere that want to see him run a third time. Steve Bannon would do that. But, Steve, in my mind, has always been a little bit of an anarchist anyway. So he loves sort of mixing the punch bowl up. It doesn't surprise me he's out there trying to foment a little bit of chaos. But there is a third option here, which is this is a Trump organization effort. I think it's a campaign effort. It's a for-profit operation. I think they're trying to make money off of the Trump 2028 sort of logo. And who's to blame them? They can sell it.
Who's to blame them? I'm to blame them. What are you talking about?
Couple 100,000 of those things, it'd be a good day at the office.
Well, Mick, I'm going to buy one just to wear it around my local Harris Farms.
Mick Mulvaney, Mick Mulvaney, who did he serve under? January 2019 until March. Did he serve under Trump? That idiot. You were in office from May to January. That idiot.
Briefly and lastly now, on 2028, live picture there at the White House. This piece of merch, piece of swag, if you will, it's getting a lot of attention online. Take a look at this. Eric Trump, President Trump's son, posting a photo of this red T-shirt there that says Trump 2028 in parentheses, rewrite the rules. Fox has this, that the Trump organization is back in the spotlight, this time with a bold new piece of headwear. And you see there.
Are they doing a commercial? Is this news organization doing a commercial for fascist propaganda on the president's behalf? This is an advertisement, yo. Like,
outerwear, the official Trump store, the online retailer, launched a red Trump 2028 hat priced at $50 and made in America.
Saying the prices
and this shirt as well. The Trump Organization store selling the hat and the shirt there. So the rollout comes as the president, who's currently serving his second term, has once again teased the idea of extending his presidential legacy past 2028. So some are reading it that way. Others are reading it the other way, that he may seek a third term, which is, of course, unconstitutional. And it does not allow for that in the Constitution. And so in a March interview with NBC News, he said, no, I'm not joking. He says there are methods which you could do it about a third term. However, the constitutional catch in all of this is the 22nd Amendment. It bars
the constitutional catch. It's almost like the Constitution doesn't want you to do that. Isn't that weird? Like, it almost seems like that would be illegal. Weird.
Any U.S. president from being elected more than twice. You see there, the Trump War Room putting this out, a photo of Eric Trump wearing that very hat. They say rocking the new Trump 2028 hat, exclamation point. So, as you would imagine, this is getting a lot of attention.
They're just showing off
online.
That's so insane.
Eric Trump there, he's doubling down. He posted this photo, modeling the hat and promoting the new merchandise. Among the replies was from the crypto betting platform Polymarket with a simple wide-eyed emoji. Other users chimed in with mixed reactions, like, quote, the shirt doesn't mention which Trump it is, with a wink face.
What? It said it has a wink face?
Also, another...
They're playing in our faces, yo. The fascists are playing in our faces. It doesn't say what Trump. Winky face. Like, we all know what it means. Jesus.
User commented, not going to happen. We're MAGA, but we draw the line on this. Start looking now for someone to get voted in. Others said, nice troll, bro, to Eric Trump. So, the Trump store getting some new merchandise come 2028. I'll let all of you watching read into it for what you will. Let's focus.
So, yeah, that's where we're at with it. This is being soft launched, and people are eating it up or they're just not paying attention. So when Trump refuses to leave office, we can't sit here and say, like, we didn't see it coming.